Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Space 1999. It's time for episode 2. This is called The Exiles. Now, episode 1. I watched it last year and Victor and Paul are not in it. Who are Victor and Paul? My favourite characters. So I'm feeling a little bit like a scorned wife. Not that I know how that feels, but I just feel a little bit like, they've gone. I hope at some point they explain where, how, when, because they can't just not be there. So that's kind of set me back a little bit mentally with series 2. Obviously, I'm still going to watch it. Obviously, I'm still going to go into it as open-minded as possible. It's just thrown me off a bit, not having Victor and Paul. And obviously, the layout has changed on the base. So we will see. I'm ready to just kind of get stuck in a bit. If you hear my stomach rumble at any point, it's because I've not eaten yet, so I do apologise. And as always, the full length is over on Patreon, so let's go.
Swarm of space bees.
Yeah, everyone with an atomic sting in its tail, maybe. Sensor reading.
53 unknown objects. Dense, metallic, approximate length 10 feet. Insufficient data to compute attention.
Course.
Bearing away from Alpha.
They look like shuttlecocks.
Those are missiles. Hold it. They're passing, let them go. They're turning. Red alert. Launch Eagle Flights 1 and 2. Raise defense shields.
130-110.
Our main lasers. At this closing speed, we'll never get them all. They're pulling away.
No, they're locking into orbit around the moon, Commander.
Anything on armament?
Still insufficient data. Sensors unable to probe the shell.
Detonation possibilities? 3. Pressure, time fused, or remote control.
I mean, at least I've still got Alan. I guess that's something. See, now I think the missiles look like salt and pepper pots. Is it a ladybird?
No heat emission.
You got anything, John?
Not enough to make an assessment. For that, we're going to have to take a look inside. I'm bringing one down. Let's take it home.
The fact that it's just letting them as well. Maybe that's what it wants.
Heard the man.
I did mention.
It's humanoid.
Can you imagine if we took more people on board the base in this episode as well? We just keep gaining more people.
He's alive.
Alive?
Just barely.
That's impossible. The liquid nitrogen we injected in the container should have frozen him to death.
He was already in a state of deep freeze before we injected the container. Cryobiology.
Tony,
Yeah?
I want you to bring another one of those containers down.
Prepare Transporter Eagle for launching. Any particular container?
Yes, make it the twin of the one we've got.
Right.
Why bring another one down? We don't know how to unseal it.
Tell him that he can tell us how to open it.
My people. You must save my people.
We will if you help us.
Have you sighted the others?
Yes, they're in orbit around our base.
But also, what? Why? Why are they all just in orbit now? Like, where have they come from?
Maya.
They're going to be very busy in that medical section.
In 36 of your hours,
Gravity will shatter those containers. Can you stand by and let that happen?
Yeah, but to be fair, it's not their responsibility, is it?
Our medical officer, Dr. Russell, is in charge of life support systems.
If you could fit a couple more on, but it's... I just don't think it's their responsibility.
We can use our skills to increase your recycling capacity tenfold.
In 36 hours?
If that's all the time we have, yes.
Those are people out there, like you and me.
They look like you and me, but that's all we know about them. About their minds, their motives, we know nothing.
And if they can increase our life support capacity, think of what it can mean to us.
Helena, they may have something our senses can't detect. My concern is with the survival of this base.
Survival.
Is survival all important?
I don't know. I am siding with John in this situation. You're going to bring all those people on board. You're taking their word for it that they can help you double your recycling or whatever.
Have Candor come to my quarters immediately.
Commander.
Oh my god. What the
Have you gone mad?
freak?
I had to make sure our weapons were effective against them. I had to stop. Okay, I'll make sure they never left that in the life support complex.
I feel like in series 1 he was a lot more open.
Maya, you would be the envy of every woman on earth. To be able to change your hair color at will, the color of your eyes to match your dress, take off a few pounds here, add an inch there. To change your very form. Wow.
Helena. All right. Which is it?
That's Maya though. What on earth?
You know something? I take back everything nice I've ever said about you, including the fact that you're a man of perception.
Helena. I think you're needing a research unit. Your friends are waiting to start work. And Maya, back to your station.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's it.
Stop.
Commander's orders. No one's to go in there. Hey, Maya, wait a minute. Let's not explode down there like a couple of rockets. Play it cool. We don't panic.
That is very cool.
Exiles.
Oh, no, they were telling the truth.
A puny weapon against us. But it has its uses. You look at me with surprise, Dr. Russell.
Can't trust anyone.
You're like the people here on Golos. crippled by your moral ideas of loyalty. Ragnar. I want Ragnar.
Ragnar is dead. Long dead. I am Mirilla, chief counselor of Golos.
His daughter.
His descendant. Ragnar died over 300 years ago.
Time on Golos continued while we floated frozen in space.
God.
In Ragnar's time, you were cast out for crimes against our people.
On Moonbase Alpha, we have found the ideal platform to recover our people. You don't think Commander Koenig will let you?
Zova will make sure he does.
Commander Koenig, I think we should talk.
I think that's an understatement.
A simple arrangement. You recover our people, and we return Helena Russell and Tony Vadeshi. Systems are now tuned to my mental processes. I can destroy them by simple concentration.
10 miles, Commander. All right, Alan. Let us know when we're alongside.
Tell them. Tell the people we are the new rulers of Golos.
They're deluded, aren't they?
Tell them.
We have no choice but to surrender to them.
Are they just going to let her go in space? Like, as in, you detach her and then she'd just float off in space? Or does that make me sound like an awful person?
Zova!
I said so.
Alive and I'm still young.
Time is running out, Packer.
Nothing's changed.
You have changed.
No.
You're too feeble to fire that gun. Tanner, you're 300 years old. I've double-checked the calculations. The anti-gravity effect will return them exactly to their original course.
Activate. It's all over, Alpha. That switch you pulled on the commander. First rule of any chain of command, don't embarrass the man in charge.
In your world, a kiss causes embarrassment.
Apparently it does in your world too, since you had to change into another woman to do it.
It's more fun that way. Would you like to try? I'm waiting, Tony.
You got a long wait, kid. Sharp.
Shallow. That's what you are, Tony.
Okay, so I think I have mixed feelings about that episode, and I do wonder how much of my feelings towards the episode comes from the fact that I'm still adjusting to how different this series feels. I kind of feel like Alan has also been just pushed to the back a little bit. I know that was only one episode, but I felt like in series 1 we always pretty much had Alan there by like John's side, so I'm also just adjusting to that, like whether that's because obviously we've got Tony now, we've got Maya. I don't know whether the entire dynamic has changed a little bit. I like that we got to know Tony a little bit more. I really like Maya has really grown on me. I think my only qualm is that I feel like sometimes with Space 1999, the resolution is so quick. Like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes the resolution comes down to just pure coincidences, and that's not something I enjoy if I'm watching a film. It's not something I enjoy if I'm reading a book. That's my only little thing. But I liked seeing like the aging of Cantor. I liked that Koenig set, I can't remember her name, the girl off into space. That's exactly what I would have done. Yeah, it was an okay episode. I don't think it's one that I would remember. But it's also one of the episodes that got better as it went on. So probably just like, you know, like a 5 out of 10 for me personally. We're also missing someone else. The guy, I can't remember what his name was. Was it Connell? He's not there either. So, and I just don't know how I feel about the set. I much preferred that open control room they had, opposed to this more like intimate and closed off thing. I mean, does that also come down to budget? Because I felt like series 1 felt like it had more budget. You know, they were able to have more extras in the control room because they had to, I guess, because they had to fill the space. So have they reduced the control room for that reason? Like, because then they don't need as many people, then they've just got more of like a core group. I don't know. It's a big old adjustment for me. So it's probably going to take me some time. So bear with me. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions on that episode. And I will see you very soon for episode 3. Bye.